Hi, everybody is thinking of the Sicilian Rui Lopez or the Caro-Kann. However, they forget about the French defense. Something that is super defensive at the start, but then surprises your opponent and somehow wins you the game. I will show you the main variations that you need to know in order to win every chess game that you play under 1500 rating. Okay, so of course, the French defense can only be played after opponent plays e4. Okay, yes, after d4 you can play e6 and then transpose to the French defense, but why would he play e4 here instead of, for example, pawn to c4? Okay, so pawn to e4, pawn to e6, and white has many options. After knight to f3, knight to c3, we play d5. After d4, which is the main move, we also play d5. But let's focus on c4 first. This is weird because he might say, white is gonna say, black is trying to play d5, so I will stop it. Alright, so takes, takes, takes. And here if you take, there's annoying knight to c3, right? So what you do is you move your knight out. And then you take it with the knight. And even if this happens, now there is no knight for you to attack, for white to attack you, which is great. And overall, long term, the position is just equal or even a little bit better for black because white has an isolated d pawn that will be targeted and used as a weakness in order to help black win the game. Okay, so that's number one. So now let me just go into the main lines because there's, as I told you, no other choices really. You can play weird moves like e5, but you just waste tempo to play d5 here. Okay, so d4, we are in the French defense main line, and what is going on now? Well, we play d5. We need to fight back for the center, right? And now I will be showing you, basically, white has 4 solid options, and the first one is taking and the exchange variation. So, yes, the position is symmetrical. White doesn't really want to win this game, right? After knight to f3, knight to f6, let's say bishop to d3, bishop e7, castles and castles. You just develop your pieces, you stay with c6, and yes, you fight on the e file, you exchange pieces, and it's gonna be most likely a draw. So not many people should play the exchange variation when you play the French defense. Most people will probably play e5, and now I will actually allow you to see a game from my tournament. So this was played against a person who was a 1900 rated, and yes, I just want to show you how the game went. So whenever they push on e5, yes, you are losing some space, you have to watch out, but over long term you will try to break this the center control with your own f6 pawn. But first, I recommend you to play on the queen side. My opponent white will usually play bishop to e2, and then you anyway play rook to c8. And your idea for the game is basically to castle, to keep everything safe, and then it's very good to attack in the center. And yes, get rid of the e5 pawn. As you can see in this game, I managed to get control over the center by sacrificing my king's safety. And yes, the French defense is always going to look like this. There's gonna be 4 of your opponent's pieces just directly looking at your king, just one step away from checkmating you. But this comes at a price, and the price is that if you actually make sure that you don't get checkmated, well, you end up with a good center, or white having big trouble and weak pawns on the d and d5 squares. In this game, I actually got rid of the pawns, so I just had the full control over the center. And I will just skip through this game. As you can see, it was very aggressive, and it ended up as a win. Okay, so that was number 1, the e5 variation, the closed variation. Now I will show you knight to f6 variation, which is the main one. So here, yes, c5 is the best computer move, however I recommend knight to f6. And yes, white needs to push here, knight to d7. And here the idea is to just develop your pieces in a very simple way. My opponent played very weird rook to b1, and I took his pawn. And again, I want to show you, it ended in a very very crazy chess game. All of these games that I have played in the French defense, I've played them. I think I have played 3 games in 2025 in the French defense. All of them ended in a crazy game with my king being very very weak. Okay, so what's the idea behind the French here? Again, well, if they don't really take or play a3, for example, or well, there's a lot of pressure, so I guess they will need to take pawn to b4, bishop to e7. Again, this is a weakness. You just target the weakness. You pay the price of having no knight on f6 and no defense on your king, next to your king, for the weak pawn on e5 that you will target later on in the game. Okay, and I wanted to show you the last variation, or basically, well, not the last one, but after knight to c3, there's many options. White can play e5, and let me show you what happens after e5. There's f4, c5, knight to f3, knight to c6. Basically, black is trying to play on the queen side, white is trying to play on the king side. It's very similar to the Sicilian Najdorf, for example. I mean, not in terms of the pawn structure, but in terms of the game plan. So you exchange on the d squares. I think you can castle. I don't know if it's recommended. And here after takes, queen b6, a6 for the future, you end up in a good position. a6 is a very useful move because it doesn't allow knight to b5, knight to d6. And yes, the idea is that you simply play knight to c5, bishop d7, rook to c8, potentially move away the queen and push on b5, so a usual queenside attack against a usual kingside attack with g4, h4, f5, and it's just a race. So again, guys, it's the French defense. It's not for people who who want to play very, calm games. It's super risky and aggressive. You need to show aggression, and sometimes you need to show extraordinary skill in defense. So I think it's a very advanced opening. Okay, so let's go back to what happened here. Yes, white can trade the pawns, but then we just end up in an exchange variation, and white can also play bishop to g5. So what happens here? I will show you the game. After d takes e, knight takes e4, you simply defend the knight, and develop the pieces like you would usually. Again, white is trying to play long castles, and black wants to fight for the d file. It's very similar to the Caro-Kann or the Scandinavian, or even the Queen's Gambit, where you have this pawn structure here and a weak pawn. I mean, it's not a weak pawn, it's an almost isolated pawn on d4. It can be defended, but when it isn't, we can assume that the pawn is isolated. And here again, as you can see, the king is literally open. It's not an opening for people who want to play calm games. I will repeat that to you, because yeah, you might try to play the French defense, and you know what? In 10 next moves or in the first 20 moves of the chess game, you will just end up losing very quickly, because that's how difficult the opening is. And here we just ended up in a race, and I managed to win the game. But okay, so what I wanted to show you guys. Remember, After c4, d5. After anything else, also d5. If they play the exchange variation, you just exchange the pieces, you end up in a draw most often. And if most of the times, what am I saying? And if they play pawn to e5, you play knight to d7, c5, and you fight on the queen side. If they play bishop to g5, you exchange, you open up the center, you fight on the d file. And if they go knight to d2, you also just develop pieces simply and put pressure onto the d pawn. The whole point of the French defense is that you're allowing your opponent to push, but then you're taking time and actually targeting the weak d4 pawn. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, tell me if you like the French defense and if you're planning to play it.